when you look at kind of marketing and people having the squirrel syndrome and rushing and sometimes as observers we can sit back and we can learn lessons from our clients, good or bad. What's one lesson that you've taken as you've grown your business from your clients?
That's a good question. I like to, what we just talked about was, taking time and going through the process. I think that's very important. And for us internally, we have spent a lot of time developing our own process and refining our own process and constantly improving. One of the things that we tell our clients is, and especially in this day and age with, streaming and digital and all these, there's so many ways that people get information, that test and constantly, create something new and different. And for us, I think we're trying to live that. And it's figuring out what our process is. How do we improve our process as a business that ultimately provides a service and provides value to our clients? How can we do that, quicker, faster, smarter, cheaper, and something that can be intuitive for the team when we hire somebody? That way we can put the right person in that chair and they can intuitively just pick it up and run with it, and as quickly as possible provide value to our clients. And so, while we're telling our clients, learn from the marketing, understand what the data is telling you, understand how the performance is telling you what to optimize and what to do. I think we're looking at ourselves in that same light of going, understand the products and services we deliver and how our clients appreciate it or like it or react to it. And how can we evolve?
Yeah. Well, one of the things I think that people could pause and evolve a little bit from too, Eric, is not getting too lost in the data. There's art and then there's science. And sometimes, I love the story of Sam Walton. He would be in a conference room. They give him all the data. He looked around and said, nobody here actually shops at Walmart. He'd go to the coffee shop, have pie and coffee at the diner, come back and talk to his clients, and then come back and say, here's the data that's most important to the people that actually shop at our facilities.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So if you could maybe touch on that a little bit, there's data and then there's instinct and using your gut and intuition and the art of the business. And marketing, I think, has a lot to plays a lot in that creative space. And so how do you suggest your clients balance the two?
So one of the things that we stress to our clients is, we call it leakage, meaning if you go out and you market, and this is for any company, but you go out and market and you get a client to come in your door and do business with you, a law firm, you get hired by that client. You're going to spend an enormous amount of time and energy getting that client in the door and then ultimately providing them with great legal services and so forth. The last thing you want to do is let that client leave. Okay. Yeah. And so what we say is that's considered leakage. They're leaking out of your circle. So constantly spend time with them, whether it's sending them thank you cards or anniversary cards or what have you on the date of their settlement or whatever it may be, so that way they don't leave. But ultimately, these clients of the law firms are coming into the law firms, sit down with them, get to know them, get to understand who they are, because your paralegals are interacting with them, your attorneys are interacting with them, your front desk is interacting with you, people on your phone are interacting with them. Use those opportunities to really understand what their lives are about, what their needs are about. When, if they're hiring an attorney, they've got some issue, what that pain, suffering, what those issues are, how their world might be upside down, and how your law firm, you can make it a mission for your firm to solve those problems, to speak the language of that client, to interact with them in the way that they like to be interacted with. So it's definitely get to know them. I mean, this is, at the end of the day, it's a people business. You're offering a service. You're not selling a phone or a car or, whatever. It's people, one person interacting with another person. And so use that time advantageously, just like you said, Sam Walton would go sit and have pie and coffee with people in his store.
Yeah.